Welcome back, friends. In this video we are going to again talk about some important facts of the statistics. So here we can see the first facts. This is talking about the first step of summarization of the data. So in the summarization of data, the first step what is? So friend, if suppose you are having a something group, so if you want to summarize that, you need to first of all classify. So the classification is the first step. Okay, because if suppose it is having a mix of the population, so you are not knowing, suppose if you want to know the exactly in which group of the plant population height is there in a group of the population. So you need to first of all classify. Suppose 50 centimeter plants, you need to classify how many are there in the population and how many are in between the 50 to 60 and how many are there in the 60 to 100. Okay, so in this way the first step is the classification if you want to summarize your data. Okay, the second is the probability of impossible event. So probability always will be either 0 or 1, and it is also already saying that it is an impossible event. So impossible means that will never happen. So always it will be having 0. Okay, because impossible event is always having 0 probability. And the third is asking to find the average height of plants we should use. So if suppose you are having a group of plants and you want to know what is exactly the average height. So whenever anywhere it is talking about the height, average height, so at that moment you need to use arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. So this is actually one of the way through which you can calculate measure of central tendency. Okay, so if anywhere it is asking about what is the average height of a tree, plant, human or anything, so at that moment you need to use arithmetic mean. Okay, so this is also one of the measure of central tendency. And the fourth statement is asking when sample size is small and SD is unknown, we use. Okay, so sample size is small means that your observation is less than 30. When your observation is less than 30, we used to call it is a small sample size. Okay, and if it is greater than 30, then we will call it a larger. So if the sample size is small and SD means standard deviation is unknown, so at that moment you need to use t-test. Okay, and the fifth statement, it is asking for testing the significance of correlation coefficient, we use which test. So for this also you need to use t-test. Okay, and t-test is also known as student t-test. Okay, and the sixth statement is saying that Latin square design is suitable for comparing. It is how many treatment you can compare by the use of Latin square design. So 5 to 12 treatment. Okay, you can compare by the Latin square design. And the seventh statement is saying that in the field experiment, the most commonly used design. So the most commonly used design is RBD, randomized block design. Okay, and ninth statement is the correlation coefficient lies between. So you must remember that correlation coefficient lies between -1 to +1. Okay, Actually, the correlation coefficient means that it is used to measure the degree of relationship between the two variables. If suppose variables, there is variable A and variable B, and the correlation coefficient may be positive or negative. Suppose because of, if suppose A is increasing, and if A, because of the increment of the A, B is also increasing. So in this case, what happened? It is called positive correlation, because of A increasing, B is also increasing. Okay, and if suppose A is increasing and B is decreasing, okay, yeah, vice versa. So this is the situation of the negative correlation. If suppose I am reducing the speed of my car, so what will happen? Definitely it will take longer time to reach my destination. So this type of relationship is known as negative relationship. So the degree of relation that you can measure by the correlation coefficient, and it is always lies between -1 to +1. Okay. And the example of a positive correlation means, suppose if you are applying the fertilizer, dose of fertilizer, when it will increase, definitely there will be chances of increase in yield. Okay, yeah, increase in plant height. So this kind of the relationship is called positive correlation. The 10th statement is the student's t-test was discovered by. T-test, also known as the student t-test, you can say, and William Shelley Gossett. Gossett in 1908 discovered the t-test. Okay. Now it is asking about the value of chi-square lies between. Okay. So it is lies between 0 to infinity. And you must know that chi-square test is especially used when you are suppose you are conducting marital trial, you are making a crossing, and you are expecting something that my model or calculation will happen exactly or not. So in this case, the chi-square test we used to use, and if the value of chi-square is 0, it means that what hypothesis, what model we run, that is perfectly match. Okay, so in that case the value of chi-square will be 0. Okay, so these were all about the facts of statistics we have discussed here, and hope you enjoyed. And if you are having any query related to these facts, you may comment here. So how this video, you can comment, like, and if you want to more video in the future like this, so you can subscribe my channel.